Hello guys and welcome back to another Thaumcraft 4.2 tutorial. So today we're going to be covering a couple bits and pieces regarding getting to the Outlands. So we covered the Void Thaumatized robes, and then eventually, I think this is a random one. It took me a while to try and get this one myself in my Let's Play world, but basically it's a random event that's going to happen to you, and you'll unlock this. When you do unlock this, you're going to get all of this stuff here. It says a veil has been lifted, a door opened in my mind. When I look through, I see wonders. No, not wonders. I and then all of this gibberish stuff here, and then it's like, who wrote this? So all of this stuff here, not exactly sure what it means. There's loads of blotches. There's like a smudge, looks like a 7 there. Not entirely sure. There's still a lot of development going on into this mod at the moment, but it is very, very, very cool indeed. So once you get these, there are going to be some things that you're going to be wanting to aim for, and these are the opening the eye. So let's read into this. I can't remember how you unlock this one. I think this might be another random event one. It says, it was also simple. You were amazed the Crimson Cultists have never discovered this. To perform the ritual, you simply need to place 4 Eldritch eyes on the specially marked keystone found at one of the strange altars where you first discovered the cult. The sinister note above the keystone must remain intact. Once this is done, it is a simple matter of infusing a large amount of Primal Vis into the keystone. With a wand, 100 units of each should be sufficient. If you have done everything right, the ritual should be complete and the so-called eye would be opened. Of course, you have no idea what that means. No matter, only fools fear the unknown. So you're going to need 4 of these eyes, as it says here. You need 4 of these Eldritch eyes. And one way to get these guys, as you can see here, there is a way to make them eventually. But until then, it's going to take an Eye of Ender, Gold Ingot, and a Void Seed and Infusion. Moderate instability there and quite a bit of Essentia. But you can actually collect these guys without having to do infusions and having to unlock that thing. And that is from these things called Eldritch Guardians. They have 4 armor points on them, and they have about 56 HP, which is almost triple your standard hit points. They are quite difficult to kill, and they will give you a wither effect as well. They have a ranged and a melee attack which hit quite hard. As you can see there, it did drop an Eldritch Eye. You're going to need 4 of these. Also does drop Essence pretty much all the time as well. A 3 drop Alienus and Examinus ones, which is pretty cool. But yeah, these guys here will drop. That's from ages ago. But these guys here will drop your Eldritch Eyes for you. They're not very common. I'm quite lucky to have got that on the first swing there. But they're not very common. So if we see if we're going to hit this one about a little bit. There you go. We only got 1 piece of essence there. So they are quite hard to get. So you guys are probably wondering, where do these guys spawn and all of that stuff? I will show you. What have we got in here? Like skeletons on below? Okay. But right, let's go to our map here. I can't remember where the closest one is. Over there. So there's one right over here. Yeah, you can see it there. You can see where it's all dark on the map. Oh no, that isn't one. That is just a bad node. So let's have a look again. You can barely see them quite easy on the map. As you can see, there's one over here. Oh, I was going to say let's zoom in a bit. That's a bit too much. But you can see the altar here. So if you zoom in a little bit more, maybe. Nope, it wasn't. My thing wasn't responding then. Right, so if we go down this way anyway, we're going to go have a look for it. There you go, you can see it on the map. It makes a little dark patch because it does have a sinister node in the middle of it. But yeah, so these guys will spawn around here mainly at night. I found it doesn't happen on every single one of them, but me and Clip Addict camped quite a few of them, and we just sat on top of this thing. Obviously, once you got a flight, it's quite easy. Fly up, sit up here with a bow, and just take them out. Be aware they will try and shoot things at you, as they do have a range and a melee attack. See if I can show you without dying. Actually, no, I probably will end up dying. But they do have a ranged attack. Let's see if they'll do it on the pig here. No, they'll only do it on me. But as you can see, they'll be channeling off of this thing. But let's quickly just go into... As you can see, he's coming to attack me. One hit, I was dead. Just one hit, I was gone. So let's quickly go back into that, and we're going to teleport back to our location. I remember where it is. There you go. There you go. So as you can see, he killed me straight up. Let's grab all of our bits and pieces back there. But yeah, so you can see that they do hit pretty damn hard, and if you are out of the way, they will try and range you. Normally they will. Yeah, normally they will try and range you if you are out of the way, and so they do have 2 attacks, and as you can see, it hit me 1 hit. No armor on, obviously not wearing armor, but they are pretty strong, and they do take quite a few hits to take out. And as I said, you aren't going to get this eye all the time. So once you actually get this eye, what do you want to do with it? So let's come here. So it says open the eye here. Outlands, you'll unlock that once you do this bit here. So once you get your eyes, you're going to go 1. As you can see, I clicked on it and it placed it on that side there. So you're going to want 4 of these. Doesn't matter where you click, they're all just going to go on. Anyway, there you go. We've got all of them on there. We want to put our goggles on as well, actually. And then we're going to have this thing here. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to grab this. And then if you just channel, you got to make sure you have 100 of each vis type in your wand. And you just right click on this altar bit down here, not the capstones around the side, nothing else, just that. Where the bit that you place the eyes on, you right click it. As long as you got 100 of each vis in your wand, it's going to open up this Eldritch portal. So this is going to take us to the Outlands, and as soon as you go into the Outlands, you will unlock this piece here. So it says you're not quite sure what you were expecting when you stepped through the Oculus, but this strange structure of crumbling stone and twisted passageways was not it. Something's not quite right here. This structure was not designed for any practical purpose. You can discern unless that purpose was for it to be a deadly maze. Strange energies abound, and your magic seems to act strangely in this alien environment. Even the other denizens you encounter seem out of place here. So simply all you have to do to go through this is walk into it like so. It's going to be a little bit of a loading screen here. It does take a little bit of a while to load in, but you shouldn't have any enemies hanging around the very first time you go in here. So every single one of these mazes are different. As you can see, I don't know what the hell the Capitana thing is. But as you can see, it is a huge ass maze. You've got these things. There's many different things in here, and I'm going to go through all of them with you now. So you've got old urns. If you break old urns, you will get goodies out of them. Obviously, because I'm in creative at the minute, it's going to drop everything. As you can see, you got Eldritch Guardians here. They are no longer like ghosts and stuff like that. They are actually physical beings now. They will still have their range attack and stuff like that on you. So just be wary of that. I am actually going to armor up. And I tell you what, we are going to go into a little bit of thingy mode here. So this has got protection 3, protection 7, protection 7, 7, 6. Is there anything better than that? Protection 7. Protection 6. Protection 3. Okay, so let's quickly grab some of this stuff on here, because this is the cooler looking stuff. And then we're going to grab some of these boots here as well. Fantastic. Right, so let's grab ourselves. We got a sword out. We probably could do with having a decent foci here. So let's grab shock. So let's put the shock one on here. Right, okay, so we're going to come out of this. I'm going to show you some bits and pieces here. First things first, though, we do need to grab ourselves a pickaxe, because you are going to want to bring one of these with you. So let's have a look. Right, okay, so this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. So, you've got to try and find, there's two things you've got to find. You've got to find the boss room door, and you've got to find the tablet or the key to unlock that door. So, we're going to start off here. We've got glowing cross the stone. You can take all this stuff with you. You've got this glyph stone. If you break this glyph stone, it will give you knowledge fragments, which is pretty cool stuff. You've got strange crystals. If you break these things, you'll get balance shards out of them. Nice. And you've got certain rooms like this, which will have all of these glyph stones in them. Okay, so moving on. If you come around here to where we were a minute ago, you will have these things called Eldritch crabs. These things are absolutely horrible. They will jump on top of your head and they will suck the life out of you. These things, don't worry about them. They won't normally be here. They are part of a pack. They're part of the pack. So, as you see these crusted openings. You want to destroy these. You want to destroy these as quick as possible. These are where the little crab things come out, and them crab things are very bad indeed. Also, try not to fall down below, because you will die like so, because you'll fall out of the world. That counts as void. So unless you have void armor on you, let's just quickly go back into game mode 1. So unless you have a void protection on you, like on the blood magic armor, I would not advise it at all. Here we go. We got one of these things as well. These are called Shambling Husk. Armor points of 15. So they are quite strong, these ones. I'll go back to my death point and see if we can grab them bits and pieces. There we go. And we can chuck all this stuff back on. Not a problem. So don't worry about these things. These are a different addition to the pack. But Eldritch crabs, they're very pains in the ass. You want to try and get rid of them as soon as possible. You've got these things here, which are quite hard hitting. I don't believe they drop any additional armor that I've seen. As you can see, they do take a lot of hits because of the amount of armor points that they have on. Looks like we got some Crimson Cult boots off of him, so I think he just drops Crimson Cult stuff. So these are going to give you balance shards. These are going to give you knowledge fragments. These things will try and jump on your head. Try and watch out for the void below unless you've got void protection. Don't worry about them at all. These will give you treasures if you break them. I'm trying to find all the bits and pieces. Just trying to cover everything. Eldritch Guardians and physical beings now. Armor points 4, but they still take quite a few hits, as you can see there. They don't want to go down without a fight. There you go, that one's down. And if you come in here, you've also got rooms like this, which have loads of treasures in them, but they have an absolute ton of these crusted openings, which all crabs are going to be jumping out of, so be careful. This room is quite dangerous if you're alone. Me and Clip Addict struggled a little bit on it. We had them all jumping around on us. That was on my Let's Play world. I had loads of problems in this one. It was really difficult. You've also got these rune stones. These things will zap you with electricity, so just be careful of them. There aren't very many of them, but they do hurt if you are not looking out for them. So just make sure you are aware and keeping your eyes open for them. So you will get a lot of dead ends as well. Ignore all the custom characters. I will change them out. But you will get an absolute ton of dead ends. It is a huge maze. There you go. We've got another one there. That one would have shocked me. As you can see, it's shooting out some shocks there. But yeah, so it is a big maze. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to try and find the next bit that you guys need to be looking for. Okay, so normally, I believe, there is normally a tablet thing in here. I'm not sure if we've got to kill this guy. Maybe if we kill this guy, I need to drop it. We'll try. Give it a go. This one has a lot more HP, if you can see there. Nope, he did not drop what we need. Okay, so I'm going to quickly pull it out. But you'll find this thing called a rune tablet. Because I've looked everywhere. I've been looking for about 20-30 minutes. Cannot find it for the life of me. But there'll be a rune tablet. You'll see it. It'll be in the center of a room. Something similar to this. And it'll just be floating there. One thing I need to mention as well is you cannot fly outside of this. So even if you could fly, you can't fly outside of this. Because as you can see, it's just There you go. It's all covered in bedrock and void stuff and whatnot. But very, very difficult stuff to find. It is very, very hard to find your way around. And this is just sort of a scope of how big this maze actually is and how many dead ends there are. You can see dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end everywhere. Really, really, really crazy thing. But you cannot break through the void. You cannot break through the bedrock. You cannot fly around this thing. So everything touching it is just void. So be wary of that. But we're now going to be going off to the actual portal bit itself, if I can remember the way there. Which should be this way. So you will get some rooms like this as well. Just be wary. Full of crusted stone. Clear it all out because there will be things hiding in here. And I skipped over this room because I didn't see it because I didn't clear the room out, but there's sometimes paths off of it like that. So you're going to get to this door eventually, and this is called an ancient locking mechanism. So you're going to need to make sure you find this rune tablet before you come to this door. Otherwise you'll find the door and then you'll be like, damn it, I need the rune tablet, and then you'll go back off to find the rune tablet and you'll be like, damn it, now I can't remember where the door is, and it's just going to take you that much longer. So try and find the tablet before the door if you can. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come up to this door, you're going to have the rune tablet in your hand and just right click on it. It's going to have a really cool animation. Coolest freaking door I've ever seen in my life. And it's going to open this thing up. So we've got a crimson portal. So there are different kinds of bosses in this game. This is a crimson portal one. Basically you've just got to kill a load of the stuff. You can kill the portal itself. You got to basically kill the portal itself. But yeah, there's loads and loads of different ones. I'm not going to spoil them too much for you. There you go, loads of things are happening here. But there's loads and loads of different things going on in here. And I'm not going to spoil the boss fight for you, but that is how you get there. There's several different ones, so you're going to have to keep on coming back if you want to do all of them. But that is going to be it for today's episode. Just one thing to mention. Once you do defeat the boss, you will get this thing called a primordial pearl, and that is what we're going to be covering in the next video. So we're going to leave this one here. You guys can go figure out how to do the boss fights. I'm not going to ruin anything for you because they are quite fun to learn yourself. If you want to learn, look up on the wiki or something like that. There's probably some strategy guides. I never looked it up, so that is that. But thank you guys very, very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and learned something a little bit new. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see all your beautiful faces in the next video. Goodbye.
It's